Salve, Regina, Mater misericordiae.
Our Lord tells the Pharisees that if they're going to throw a feast, that they should invite not their friends and the influential people who can repay them in some way, their friends and relatives and wealthy neighbors. Instead, they should invite the poor, the crippled, the lame, the blind, those who cannot repay. And we can translate this into our own life, where we may want to associate ourselves with the popular, the influential, the rich, those who we're comfortable with, rather than looking out for the needy, the poor, the suffering, the outcasts, the unpopular, not just at meals or inviting them, but in company, in places we go. As our Lord has said that we, in the corporal works of mercy, we should visit the sick, visit those who are in prison. We should be going out of our way to try to help our neighbor. We look at Dives and Lazarus. Dives didn't even see Lazarus at his gate. Perhaps he didn't even know he was there, because he didn't go looking out for the poor, didn't go reaching out to help others. He was comfortable with his life. So our Lord is calling us to go searching out for the poor and the needy and the helpless and those who need our assistance. Mother Teresa was comfortable in her convent, and she felt that call to go out into the streets of Calcutta to help the poor, to pick up those who were in the gutters. And she started an entire community to do that, to go reach out, to go search out for those who were poor and suffering and in need. And our Lord did the same. He went from town to town seeking out the poor to preach to them the good news. And he went amongst the sick and touched them and healed them. And they knew that he loved them and wanted them, and so he wouldn't even have to go searching for them anymore. When he went from city to city, they would be there waiting for him, and he would go up to them and spend time with them. And that's what he always did. Unlike the Pharisees, who avoided them. The parable of the Good Samaritan, the Pharisees, they didn't even look to see the poor man on the side of the road. But the Samaritan saw it. He was sensitive to the suffering man, and then he went up to them and took care of him. So it's a matter of seeking out, being sensitive to the needs of our neighbor, and if we are, we will find many people who to help, to look for. And it's not just in their drastic needs, but in the company, the people that we meet here and there, those who are the unpopular, the undesirables, those who are not as interesting, that are avoided. And yet our Lord is telling us to seek them out, to find them when we see them, to be sensitive to them, and to reach out to them and help them in whatever way we can. Just conversation, just company, just an interest and attention to those kinds of people on a regular basis throughout our life, as a regular habit of charity to them. This is what our Lord is asking for us, rather than seeking out our own self-interest and our own entertainment and enjoyment, which will get its reward in this life, but not in the next. So let us seek our reward in the next life, but let us seek to give to our neighbor in need.
Fructum ventris tuus,